Hi guys, Steph here. Hey, what we got for you today? We've got yet another pen from stock. Sat in a box somewhere, tired, unloved. So what I've done, I've fully restored it. It's ready to go. It deserves to be used and loved. So we're going to try and find a new home for this absolutely gorgeous, handsome fountain pen. And what pen is it? Let's show you the barrel imprint and what it reads. From the left, GOS Parker. In the centre, it has Parker Victory. To the right, registered TM or trademark. So we've got a gorgeous Parker Victory. This one, for you people that don't know, is the Mark 1. Now, the Parker Victory pen was, well, in the early 1930s, Parker obviously making the pens in America, in Canada, etc., and they were exporting their pens over to Europe for the European market. Now, I believe sort of around about the 1930s, Parker had some sort of subsidiary companies in England that they were working with to, I don't know necessarily to make the pens, but to assemble the pens. So they come from a period with, once again, where different pen manufacturers were working with each other or making pens for other pen manufacturers. Now, I believe one of the companies that Parker were working with, sort of around about the 1930s, was the Valentine Pen Company based in New Haven. So I believe what Parker were doing, maybe actually just sending parts over. Maybe they were just assembling them in the Valentine Pen Company here in England. Now, so at the time, yeah, Parker were working with the Valentine Pen Company, who in turn were actually making their own pens, the Valentine pens, which were very nice, very, very attractive. Now, unfortunately, the Valentine Pen Company, for whatever reason, they were not as successful as some of the major manufacturers, although they did make quality made fountain pens. Then I believe when the war ended around 1945, Parker actually bought out the Valentine Pen Company. They bought all the stock, the machinery, etc., and then they began making Parker pens at the Valentine Pen Company in New Haven. Okay, so at the time when the Parker were making the pens there, I believe Valentine were in conjunction still making their pens in the same factory. So they worked together with, I believe, materials, parts, etc., and in turn making Valentine pens and making Parker pens. Now, the first pen that came out of the Valentine Pen Company, now the Parker Pen Company of New Haven, was this pen here, the Parker Victory Mark 1. And as you can see, it comes in this beautiful light and dark burgundy pearl. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see it's what they term as a streamlined design, very similar to sort of the Dufold pens a little bit earlier. So absolutely gorgeous pens. The size of this one, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, 131 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a lovely 12 millimeters in diameter. So a stunning, stunning pen. Now, I believe the Victory was made from, I believe, around about 1941 through to 1946, although this one, I believe, is, well, up to 1945. Now, the reason I say that is that in 1945, Parker then began putting Made in England on their barrel imprints. And as you can see, this one yet does not have it. So it's easy to say from 1941 to 1945. We'll show you in a moment. This one is what we term as a button filler. If we take you up to the trim, you can see it's got a rolled gold, quite a thin cap band there. It's got the very recognisable ball clip of the period, and you can see it's got Parker written down the clip. To the very top, we've got this finial or cap stud, if you like, to the very top there, which complements the end of the barrel here, which, as we've just mentioned, is a button filler. So in this case, this is a blind cap. You can see it's been fully restored, fully cleaned, brand new sack installed. This particular pen came without a nib. I found a nib for it. So as I say, it's fully restored, superb condition, and it's ready to find a new home and for somebody to enjoy this pen for many, many years to come. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, as I said earlier, one of the pens I've got sat in my stock. You know, came, as I said, it was a little bit tired. It's now looking absolutely stunning. But another pen that deserves to be loved, deserves to be used as it was designed for. If we take you up to the section, you can see it's got the threads. It's got this slightly concaved section there. And then the nib, you can see it's got the correct Parker 14 karat pen. And then to the very bottom, you can see it has the letter N, which is indicating it was made at the New Haven factory. There's a sideways view. There's the feed underneath. As always, lovely and clean. It's got this, well, it's like a ladder feed, which is what Parker used around this particular period. Okay, let's show you the nib in a different angle. In lovely condition, a lovely nib, plenty of tipping, as you can see there. It's in excellent condition. Now, as I always say, I've got large hands, and this is a very nice, comfortable pen for me to hold and to write with, even though I don't do a lot of writing. Now, as we said, it's a button filler, which means you will unscrew the cap like so. You've got this button to the end here, as you can clearly see there. You would dip the nib, a little bit of the section into the ink, and press down numerous times on the button. The pressure bar inside in turn would press against the sack and fill the pen with your favourite ink. Now, because I've restored it, because I've put a brand new sack in it, I'm not going to fill it. I'm going to leave that pleasure to the lucky owner. But let's just do a dip test. Let's see how it writes. So what we've got is a Parker Victory. Now, although it doesn't say it, we know, as I've just explained, it was made in England in the Newhaven factory, which now has become the Parker factory, although it was the Valentine pen company. Writing very nicely indeed. Doesn't have any flex to it. It's quite a stiff nib. Although saying that, okay, so let's just do a little bit of another dip then for you. So it does have a little bit of variation. There we go, on the downward stroke. So yeah, a little bit of variation. Now the tipping on it, it may be a slightly stub nib, but you can see there's a little bit of line variation. But I would say writing with a nice medium nib, writing very nicely indeed. As I said, it's got some lovely tipping on the nib itself. So writing very nicely indeed. Let me just wipe it with some tissue. Let's pop the cap back on. And there we have it. What a stunning, stunning pen. Now, the Parker Victories, this one being the Mark 1, for you people that are not aware, they also made other marks, the Mark 2, 3, 4, and maybe the 5. So later on, they became a lot more slimmer. They became a little bit more modern. But this early Mark 1 version, very much designed similar to the do-fold pens of the period, which were a lovely, well, they were lovely design pens. A quality made fountain pen. So, where are you people out there? Who's interested? I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up as well. Don't forget to subscribe. But for now, from me and this beautiful pen, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini and bye-bye from me.